From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. First carry for Najee Harris. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Wilson. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Burrow will throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, a pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he's got this down to the 35. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
On one, ready?
So the drive will indeed continue. First and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they go to work on a first and goal.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for two here. They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the one. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
My, if maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because you have a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
Harris running straight ahead. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Play action. It's Wilson. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. There's Wilson to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, 43 yards. And the Steelers have retaken the lead. Wilson going to throw for it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chase Brown, 70 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Here's Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Flush to his right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will bring it back.
Bitch.
The Bengals TD. Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play to expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 2nd down and 4. To throw is Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. 14. Here's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Wilson. And this is caught. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. The field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
This will be caught by Brown. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Burrow. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andre Yoshivas, 51 yards. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Throwing is Wilson. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. Big strides, look at him go. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 54 yards. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Fuck that. 14.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Out to his left. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
I'm wondering.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Gun.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Here we go. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Steps away. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get the momentum going again.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Deeper. Let's go double count right here, double count.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Hey, alert.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Check.
Here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
To throw again is Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Williams brings it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Mike Williams, 27 yards. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for two. Now Wilson. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all three timeouts to finish. That is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board. But
all that work for nothing, and you still about to lose.
This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
I'm one, ready?
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Burrow.
A short throw there pulled in by All. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A short throw there pulled in by All. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
11.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Open man is Higgins.
All that work for nothing. They're still about to lose.
25-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Here's 1st and 10.
Gun. Got.
To throw, Burrow.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Burrow rolling to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
And his kick is...
It's over, motherfucker. All that work for nothing, nigga. Told you, still gonna get your ass whooped, nigga.
So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as...
Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go here in Cincinnati. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow going to begin this one with a pass. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here, in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
Now Purdy. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now, Burrow. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Javon Hargrave, the big man, gets in there and takes him down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts.
On 1, ready?
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he will score. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, so often that running back is the best friend of a quarterback down there. This time he takes the pass, and he takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Mike, the key to a good passing game is to find ways to keep everybody involved. When a defense has to account for every potential target, they tend to get really stretched pretty thin. That's exactly what this offense was able to do. Get the ball to your running back, and he's able to do the rest.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Now for the third time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
To throw on first down is Purdy. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Bengals have got it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. The big defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, brings that one to an end. They face second down and 7.
Here we go.
Play action now. It's Burrow. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter.
On 1, ready?
A tough spot here. Third
Here we go.
and long. Throwing is Burrow. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, I think at this point, anytime you find yourself in a situation like this, your passing game has to just be thrown out altogether. I think right now it turns into a, let's just execute our run, let's just try to get out of this game healthy and move on. I mean, this is 4 consecutive drives that have ended with an interception. I mean, it's almost unheard of. It tells me it's more than just a lack of execution. This quarterback right now is having some confidence issues. He's not seeing the field great, and they need to have a complete reset.
First and 10. Purdy. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And he's in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Moody now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers move out on top, 14-0. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Here we go.
They go play action for Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Let's get set.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment.
On one, ready?
Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
Now, faking the give. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That is Leonard Floyd, the veteran who got to the quarterback. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's taken in. They convert with a gain of 15.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not...
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you were just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. High throw, but it's reeled in. Down the right sideline. And he will go all the way. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is 2nd.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're up and running from Ford Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. One of the tight ends in motion left. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
You know, as a quarterback, you've got to give your man enough space to make that catch inbounds. That was off just enough to carry him to the sideline before he could establish possession.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Offense in the hurry up here. Fourth down, Goff throwing. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset.
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. The Bengals lining up for a two-point try. He's throwing for it. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Running on second with Montgomery. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9. Goff. Dumped off to his running back. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Working quickly here. They'll go for it. Goff. Pass complete. Screenplay. Get some space around midfield. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Montgomery now up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Now gone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Goff. Launches one deep downfield. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Not helping themselves with that penalty, and now lining up to try this fourth down. Goff back to throw. Toward the sideline, and it's intercepted. Geno Stone picks it up. And the Bengals are going to take over after the interception. They've got first down from the 31. Play action now. Burrow. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Escapes out to the left. Now here he goes. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Buys time, rolling right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Finds his man Chase. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Von Bell takes it away. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. And it's the Bengals beginning their drive here. First down, Burrow to throw. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Working inside the red zone. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Burrow from the gun. He has the first over the middle. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Burrow. He's on the move. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for 2. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
Craig Reynolds to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Goff on 1st and 10. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Bengals get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions might be able to get some points late after the interception. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And oh, he got it! Interception! DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Bengals make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
We're looking to throw. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. One last play before the break.
Here we go. Here we go.
He'll throw it. Looking slant route, complete. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. The 30. To the 15. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our